Acting Police Minister Firoz Kachalia, the eighth witness on the hot seat before Parliament's Ad-Hoc Committee. He lamented Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's outfit during his media briefing, saying it was unusual.
After his appearance before the public, in full military regalia, armed and so forth, worried me. And I made a statement to that effect after my appointment. And I said at the time, which I maintain is correct, that was that kind of public statement was not in the ordinary situation, in the expected situation, appropriate.
Kachalia told the committee that it became apparent that although National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola initially disagreed with Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's decision to disband the political killing task team, he ultimately complied with the directive. Masemola reportedly advised that the transfer of the team's case dockets should occur in a systematic and gradual manner to protect the integrity of the investigations and the interest of affected families.
No, my engagements with first of all, the National Commissioner have been about the issues that lie before the South African Police Service. Initially, I think I was trying to understand what exactly happened with the PKTT, what reasoning informed the decisions that my predecessor made, his relationship with the National Commissioner, and what had happened with whether that team had been disbanded.
Kachalia added that the possible disappearance or mishandling of these case files could have had serious implications for families awaiting justice.
The dockets should be, there was some public reporting that the dockets were in the hands of General Sabir, that he explained to me that he had advised the minister that fine, you've said it should be disbanded, but the docket should be transferred in a systematic, incremental way, so that I assume to ensure that the integrity of those case dockets was preserved.
The committee is expected to hear testimony from the head of the Investigating Directorate Against Corruption, Advocate Andrea Johnson, on Thursday.
Number one.
A figure defined as a businessman and activist has turned to be a person of interest at the Madlanga Commission. Brown Mogotsi from a small village in Mahikeng has been hogging the headlines with recent reports of an alleged failed assassination attempt in Vosloorus in Gauteng. Mogotsi is expected to appear before the Madlanga Commission and the parliamentary Ad-Hoc Committee. His alleged relationship with Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and access to classified police information raised eyebrows at the Commission. Mchunu has been placed on special leave by President Cyril Ramaphosa. SABC News reporter Thabiso Moss and video journalist Andiswa Shabalala look back at what has happened since Kwa-Zulu Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi held a media briefing in July and how Brown Mogotsi continued to take center stage.
Fortunately for the investigation happening in Gauteng under the leadership of the project manager, which is Jaro Kumalo, and evidence is retrieved from one of the criminal syndicates, which makes it clear that there's a communication between the minister and these people.
This is the media briefing that led to President establishing a commission of inquiry into allegations of criminality, political interference, and corruption in the criminal justice system. Among the names dropped was that of Brown Mogotsi.
The very same minister goes on record on a teleconversation he's having with someone else, where he says, I know this is my comrade. Whereas he has said in Parliament he does not know the person. We see on the records communication of this Brown Mogotsi together with an accused. The communication that involves police things amongst them is to deal with Mkhwanazi and Khumalo.
In an exclusive interview with the SABC on the 11th of July, 5 days after the Mkhwanazi media briefing, Mogotsi said he was scared for his life, saying there were people following him.
We were using 3 cars coming from Soweto. And then the car that I used, we actually found it in Soweto. And I was traveling with this person. And I received a call from the guys in 2 different cars saying they were stopped. And I asked them, did they stopped and surrounded? And they were looking inside the vehicle. And they couldn't find me and they left. So I was very worried.
On the 6th of October, in another exclusive interview with the SABC, Mogotsi said he was ready to appear before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry to give his side of the story.
I'm willing to appear before the commission. You see, the Audi Altram Patram ensures the right of an individual to give a side of the story.
After hearing reports about the attempt on Mogotsi's life, spokesperson for the Madlanga Commission, Jeremy Michaels, said they were concerned.
We have been in touch as the Commission with Mr. Mogotsi around his safety. Of course, it is up to an individual witness to accept witness protection, and we'll be able to talk about this in a little bit more detail at a later stage.
On the other hand, Mogotsi was recently involved in a public spat with ANC Secretary General Mbalula over his party membership.
Brown Mogotsi is not a member of the ANC. It took me time to go to the records. I went to the branch, even the province. He's not a member of the ANC. He's just going up and down, perambulating among leaders and his proximity. He's not a member. The things that he does and he's proclaimed to have done, he's doing them on his own.
Let me confirm something to you. I'm a member of the ANC in good standing. My membership only expires at the end of October. But it is not the Secretary General who has the power to do that. My branch, which I have communicated with, and they are aware that my membership only expires at the end of October.
Mogotsi's business complex in Mahikeng was also raided by the police last month and have reportedly confiscated cell phones from his employees and some documents. However, some residents were unhappy about how the raid was executed.
This is totally unconstitutional and unethical. Must give a guy a chance so that he can prepare himself to go and respond in the commission.
We are experiencing more than 12 cars of police, as and when they are looking for one person who is not even danger to the society.
Since Brown Mogotsi got in the spotlight few months ago, he's been known as a controversial businessman and activist. However, more about him will be revealed when he appears at the Madlanga Commission. Thabiso Moss, SABC News, Mahikeng.